The original plan for this video was for it to be like a normal death diving video where I would stand on a cliff and throw rocks and scream. Uh, but I turned myself into a lawn chair midway through. I got folded. So this is sort of the backup. At first I was gonna try and jump from the 3 and go all the way up to the 10 because my previous record was 3 and I was going to go to the 10 in one day. And then I was going to go to the cliffs. But I only got to doing the 10 in one day. But that's still something. So I suppose this is the video how I jumped from the 10, but then broke my back. I have been death diving for 5 years at this point, but that makes me sound like I have any idea what I'm doing. I am very much so a beginner in terms of I can pretty much count on one hand the amount of jumps I've done every year. So this year I want to go bigger. I want mainly to go bigger in height. And we see how that turned out. So I get there, it's the 4th of July, and me and a friend go to a swimming pool. And because I was going to film, there was a lot of preparation. I was very stressed previous to it.
I'm ridiculously nervous.
It was always the plan to make a video like this, so I did record beforehand. But I also didn't sleep well the night before. I didn't eat anything before I left. I drank way too little water. And I went straight to jumping. So at first, I hit the 3 with perfect form. It is an exceptionally executed jump. Beautiful. It's clear that nothing bad can happen from someone who is, frankly, this just incredible at what they do. So next up I go to the 5, which this was a bit more scary, and I go over and I look and it was higher than I expected. I have jumped off the 5 normally before, but I've been stoked to do this for months. So I do the run up and I run, and this one I landed quite badly, so it hurt more than the 3. And after these 2 extremely well executed jumps, I go to the 7.5 instantly. I'm so set on hitting the 10 that despite me looking down the 7.5 and it looks super tall, I was like, if I want to hit the 10, I got to do this. So I pretty quickly let myself over the edge, and the 7.5 goes really well. Honestly, that one didn't hurt. That was the best jump yet. And then it was only the 10 left. And all of this stuff is happening within a few minutes, pretty much. So I go up to the 10 instantly after this, and I get a bit freaked out because I think, well, it's the 10, it's huge. But the first thing I think when I walk out on the platform is that it looks the same as the 7.5. So I take a little bit to gather myself. I stand there probably on the platform for probably 2 or 3 minutes, and then I go out and I look over the edge and I think I really want to do this. So I jump. And then that even goes well. The 10 perfectly executed, or not perfectly executed. Definitely not perfectly executed. The first thing I did when I came out of the water, which I don't know why I said perfectly executed, was I checked the footage back. And the first thing I thought was, I have quite bad technique. I gotta chill a bit, and then I gotta go back to the drawing board and try to, get better at technique before I go to these heights again, because I've gotten lucky this time. But the 10 goes super well. I jump off of it. I come out of the water. I'm super happy. I've done what I wanted to do there. I've managed to jump off the 10, meaning that I could probably manage to jump off those cliffs. So me and my friend just decided to enjoy ourselves for the next 3 hours. I continued to dutz quite a lot. We did a bunch of other stuff. And then 3 hours later, we're exhausted. And we decide, okay, we're going to do one last jump. Earlier in the day, I had already decided that I had done my last dutz because I was getting so tired about an hour before. And on the way up to the platform, I also said to my friend, I'm not going to dutz this one because I'm so tired. But then somehow, while I'm on that platform, I decide, hey, wouldn't it be sick if I dutzed it? And I don't remember this. I knocked myself unconscious and I broke my back on the jump. So I only remember standing on the platform before jumping with my hands towards the wall, about to do the run-up. I don't remember running, I don't remember being in the air, I don't remember jumping, I don't remember what I was thinking. I remember coming out of the water being quite confused. and having the air knocked out of me and feeling pain and so on. I want to clarify a bit here too. What happened was that I got a compression fracture in my L5 vertebrae, the lowest vertebrae in your back connecting to your pelvis. And I believe this came as a result of like my spine bending too far back and then the torque that put on it. And the way I think that happened was that I had my arms out and then my arms hit my face and my jaw. And I think that's why I passed out too, that I sort of knocked myself out in that way. But I get out of the water. I've like beat up my lip and stuff. So I think I think all my muscles just gave out and everything just hit me in the face. This last jump, however, was off the 5. I didn't break my back going off the 10 or the 7. I broke it going off the 5. Which, this is where I've been told, I was told by a friend of mine when I talked about this with someone that this is where you should lie. Say that you jumped off the 15 or something. Like, I go to the hospital, and I'm there for pretty much the entire day. But they are mainly concerned about my head because I got knocked unconscious. Even the doctors, when I went to the hospital, did not think it was that serious, seeing as it was only the 5. So I didn't get checked out on the day. I only figured out my back was broken 12 days after because the pain persisted, and I wanted to get it checked out again. And I was pretty adamant that I wanted like an x-ray, and I got a CAT scan actually the next day, which was really nice, and then they found that it was broken. Yeah, I honestly don't know. I think I have like a spine from Temu or something. And the recovery now at this point, it is today 13 weeks since I broke it. And I've tried to make this video like 6 times in the times leading up to now, but I haven't really been able to because I don't know how to make it entertaining, really. But the initial of the video was so cool that I didn't want it to go to nothing, and I wanted to use the footage for something. I have been back to the doctor. I've been cleared and told that at this point it is completely, the bone has completely healed. But I still have a bit pain, like I still have back pain, which has actually gotten worse because my muscles have gotten weaker and my uneven, and probably I'm generally been way more inactive. Probably been too inactive in getting my back. So I'm going to, I mean, I'm doing rehab, I'm training back up and stuff. Overall, at this point, I'm really happy that it's not as bad as I thought it would be. The reason why I haven't been able to make this into a good video previously is because I have been under the impression that this might lead to, I might never get very well again. I might struggle a lot. I might, this might be something that haunts me pretty much, like this split-second bad decision of not listening to my body and not being, taking it seriously. Now I'm pretty convinced that I'm going to be fully fine from this. And when I first, breaking my back from the 5 meters to begin with is extremely unlucky, I think, because it's 5 meters. I mean, I guess at one end, it is really unlucky to when you make a mistake from the 5 that you end up breaking your back. But I feel like it's really lucky that when I first ended up breaking my back, that it's pretty much the best case scenario. If I broke my back, it's healed, there was no misalignment, there's no nerve damage or anything like that. So I should be completely fine. But death diving, I have no clue about. As I said, I've been doing it I started it 5 years ago in 2020. I haven't done it that much, but I have really enjoyed it. And I assume if you're watching this video that you may want to jump from the 10 yourself, or if you want to get into death diving, or if you're just a fan of the sport or anything. I frame this part as advice, but really it is just the universal takeaways that I had from my own jump. I feel like if you're a human that has like neurons and stuff, then there's some of this shit is pretty clear, but I guess it's just the things that I forgot in that moment when I decided to do that last jump, because I was focused for the main part, the 3 to 10, and then I completely let my guard down and just let everything. I was pretty euphoric that I'd made it, so then everything was like, oh yeah, that works. Oh yeah, well, I was way too. I became way too careless after that, so that was pretty much it. Yeah, definitely take it seriously, which I didn't do in the moment. I was way too relaxed about it. I also didn't feel like doing the jump. I remember with the first when I went on the platform, I figured, oh, I'm happy I'm not going to Dutz this time. And then I thought, because you're scared to Dutz, you sort of have to, which was which is a good thought sometimes, but in that specific scenario when I'm that tired, it is good to just let it go. Like, just don't do it. So if you're not feeling a jump, don't do it. Listen to your body. And yeah, take it seriously. And if you, it is absolutely a risk. That got lost on me. Thank you for watching, by the way. I'm sorry for being quite incoherent and skipping like parts of sentences here and there. It's definitely something I got to get better at. If you got this far, I at least hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, I will definitely answer them. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. You know, all I want to do was to crush some records. I want to, you know, give it a crack. Had no clue that would end up being backbreaking labor, but